Well, thanks for asking, Chris. It's a really important question. Thank you for joining us, Christopher. Really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for having me. It's been a while. May I call you Chris? Yeah, you can call me Chris. For those of you that don't know, Chris has been an entrepreneur for a while. Previously, he was a professional soccer player for years. We won't get into that right now, but you're being an entrepreneur. What you set out to do, what you say is your purpose, is to empower people in the digital economy, not knowing where things were going to be going in the next 10 years. So this is 2009 when you started on this journey, and we are super connected in social media and things like that, but we are creating data constantly 24/7 within these platforms that literally is sold off as a commodity. So tell us, what is digital real estate? So digital real estate is literally everything that's happening, everything that has happened, everything that you're doing, everything online, from websites to applications, to your behavior, to data, to content, pretty much everything. How is data used today? You, Christopher, you, community, you, everybody, every brand in the world, every company, every organization, you are creating digital real estate 24/7. And if you are a person walking this planet with any type of digital device, anything connected, a phone, right? I would say that's the majority of us. You are creating digital real estate because you are creating personal data. That's pretty big, Christopher. That's not big. That's huge. That's everything. But what exactly does that mean? For me, for us, for the community, what does that mean? I think you and the community and everybody else really should understand that what has taken place in the last 5 years allowed us as people to take hold and be the stewards of our own personal data. Everybody with a phone that's walking this planet is creating data. And if that data is value and constantly creating value, well, then isn't it money? And just to piggyback on that question, who's using our data? How much is it sold for? God, I got a lot of questions on this one. I'm sure the community does too, considering we create data 24/7. This might blow your mind and yours. 98.5% of Facebook's revenue comes from the advertising model. What that really means is they are selling our attention based on our behavior that has happened within their platform, or platforms, shall we say. Even this data that we're creating right now, we can own that. We do own that. Well, I guess there's light at the end of the tunnel. Christopher, may I call you Christopher? What we have the opportunity to do today is to take our own data and be the stewards of that data. And that's very important. Why is it important? If that data equals a value, which it currently does, and it's sold from multiple places, every single time you go online and there's a cookie that you have to agree to or disagree to, or manage your settings, that's data. So you open up your phone, you might have been talking about vacuum cleaners, what's going to happen because you didn't turn off some social media, platforms. What you're going to get there is an advertisement for vacuum cleaners. What you might also get in your search engines is something very, very similar. Can you tell us a little bit about the land platform, why you created that, and of course you and an amazing team for the new internet? And the new internet represents ownership. And that's why this is so important. That's why we feel now is the time for people that have seen it, like Pharrell and Diddy and artists and all sorts of people like that. We were presenting a sense of ownership of their digital real estate, a place to deliver everything in all of their assets, a place to collect and sync all of their other digital assets, and then have a place to where you can own it all and connect with your community that was not led by the advertising model. You guys are going to love this. But in 2017, we went down and dimmed the lights a little bit because we felt as though we had to secretly get ahead of what was coming. And what was coming is data sovereignty was going to be possible. And we set out to actually take that route, dim the lights down a little bit on the land, and put together some opportunities so the land can be delivered as a fully purposeful model for the new internet. Right. Thank you, Chris, for joining us today. And we'd love to have you back on pretty soon as possible.